Hello, everybody.
Howdy. Imagine that. 2 in a row with Mikey in it.
Well, when I read you this in the article, you just had to join me.
Hey, it was that woman you gave me. She gave me the fruit. It's all her fault.
Yeah, I've got a bond volume here. 1974. And I want to thank Zahara very much for sending us this article. I think it's disturbing. It really is.
Well, it is. I'm at a loss for words that Watchtower would even write a piece of garbage like this and then make Jehovah's Witnesses take it from door to door as if, this is Jehovah instructing us.
Yeah, this is your God Jehovah saying this. Okay, so this is the 1974 Awake, March 8th, page 15. Under the subheading, Why the Increase? And they're talking about rape.
What's the name of the article?
The name of the article is Faced with the Threat of Rape. Scream, scream, scream. Yeah. Now, we actually did a video a while back about something else in this article. And it was that if the woman did not scream, she ruined her relationship with Jehovah.
Right.
And she could be disfellowshipped or excommunicated because she didn't scream.
Right.
Yeah. So, Bonnie, you're going to love this one. So, page 15. Now, we're going to go to the second column. So, this would be the third paragraph under the subheading. Discussing the reasons, and they're talking about why there's been an increase in rape.
Yep.
Discussing the reasons, a Seattle, Washington police officer in charge of the city's sex crime investigation department stated, "Our whole moral climate, our attitudes towards sex, and the dress of the women have to be causes." He also stated that the increased exposure to pornography has contributed to the rise in reported rapes. End of quote. Now, the disturbing part, and I want to mention that when we were first reading this article and I mentioned what I'm going to read next, Mike's like, oh, well, they're quoting what this police officer said in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I says, no, look, there's no quotation marks, and it's the next paragraph with no quotation marks.
So this is Watchtower's writing. This is Watchtower's mind. This is Watchtower's reasoning. This is Watchtower's bullshit once again.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to make sense. It's Watchtower.
There you go.
Now, I would like for all of you women to listen to what Watchtower says. And I would like for you to share this article with your JW friends and family.
That's right.
Okay? I'm going to quote it. Womankind must share the blame. They're right back to blaming women again for everything.
It was that woman you gave me.
And that's what most religions do. It's the woman's fault.
It's the woman's fault. That's the whole concept behind Christianity, is that you blame the woman.
And it's also part of this patriarchal, closer done, it's also part of the patriarchal society. Because even, back in this time, when women went to court to testify that they had been raped, they always made the woman to be out the criminal. And it hasn't changed much. It's gotten a little bit better since then, but it hasn't changed much. It's still the woman's fault. Oh, well, it was the way she dressed and all of this. Okay, I'm going to reread that. Womankind must share the blame. To begin with, until the age of 5 or 6 years, the most vital period little boys have their personalities molded largely by women, their mothers. Oh my God. They're blaming the mothers for their little boys growing up and being rapists.
That's right. So that's who they're blaming, people. They're blaming the mothers because you're a poor mother.
And as they grow up, it is usually the mother that has the most opportunities to inculcate in her son respect for womankind, both by word and by example. But far too many mothers have come short in this regard. Where the heck are the fathers? Shouldn't they be teaching their sons what's right and what's wrong?
It's easier to blame the woman, Kim. You know that. It's much easier to blame the woman.
Maybe the elders are off busy doing congregation stuff and they're not teaching their little boys that they shouldn't be pedophiles.
That's right, Watchtower.
Especially and specifically blameworthy are those female relatives, such as an aunt or even a mother, who have used boys as sexual playthings, thereby starting them on a road that leads to their having aggressive feelings towards women. And I gotta ask, what about all the pedophiles? The majority of the pedophiles are men. And obviously, Watchtower hasn't taught them well enough. Their fathers haven't taught them well enough.
The hypocrisy of these writers, these researchers, turns my stomach. And to think that most of us were part of distributing this crap.
Wow.
But this is food at the proper time from Jehovah. See, you women, you Jehovah Witness women must realize that Jehovah, through the faithful and discreet slave, is blaming you for emasculating men. Blame the mothers, the aunts. What is it that says down here? To even make them sexual playthings?
Yeah. This article infuriated me and disgusts me because to blame the women for the increase of rape is just asinine.
How about putting blame where blame really belongs, Watchtower? Society. Oh, wait a minute. They do blame society, don't they?
The female part of it.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm reading on. A new American motion picture star who aims to occupy the place once held by America's previous sex symbol brags about her charms and about her ability to arouse men by displaying herself in motion pictures. Such actresses must also share in the blame for the increase in rapes. For after men have seen them on the screen, they frequently go out and attack a woman who may be a paragon of virtue. So they're blaming female actresses because these rapists watch a movie and see this actress and then they go out and rape somebody.
You know what that paragraph lacks? Scientific evidence, you morons! There's nothing here that you even allude to from some sort of scientific study.
Oh yeah, because the paragraph goes further. Here's your scientific proof.
Oh God. Oh God, no. Please, no.
This underscores the fact that we are living in what the Bible calls the last days, when men would be lovers of themselves, having no natural affection, without self-control, fierce, without love of goodness.
Oh, that's right. This is 1974. See, we weren't supposed to get past 1975, were we, Watchtower? So you don't need any empirical evidence. You don't need any scientific study to back up your statement. Just throw the shit out here and let it all spread by the fan. You don't realize, Watchtower, the crap is coming back at you now.
Well, here's some more crap. One reason for this, as Bible prophecy shows, is that Satan the devil, together with his demons, is influencing the minds of mankind. Angry because his time is short. So they're blaming Satan the devil too. How about Satan the devil influenced you to write this piece of you know what? crap.
Well, here, why don't you take this article, Watchtower, and rewrite it, and please explain how Jehovah has allowed Satan to infiltrate your organization to the point to where you're being scrutinized around the world for what? Hiding child sexual abuse. Oh, no, 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 no. You wouldn't want to do that because that would bring too much reproach on Jehovah. So while editing this video this morning, Kim and I discussed something that probably should have been in this video. Here's the situation, Watchtower, and it's going to show just how ridiculous this article truly is. What if some young man does rape a woman, some Jehovah Witness does rape a woman, he gets caught, and he goes to jail? What if this Jehovah Witness, young man, brings this article into a court of law? Do you think it's going to hold water? What do you think? What do you think the judge is going to do if they use this article as a means of defense by blaming the woman? You're going to be laughed right out of court. Well, just like you are now, aren't you, Watchtower? Because your nonsense is not going to hold up in a court of law. Just like if somebody tries to bring this in to a court of law to defend their actions for raping a woman, it's not going to hold any water whatsoever. This is how idiotic these people think when they sit down and write these articles. You see, friends, they really don't care about you. They don't care about the young women or the older women. They don't care about the young man or the older man. All they care is about publishing nonsense articles like this one is.
So then they go on to say that women shouldn't go out at night alone, and they should be careful what they dress. You know, they should be dressing modestly, and they quote this Seattle, Washington police lieutenant in charge of the department dealing with such crimes. They quote him again, these women who reveal everything in the way they dress makes themselves more vulnerable to rape. You can't advertise a commodity and expect no buyers. ... A little modesty.
Yeah.
And then they say, certain feminists advocate that women learn karate. And then they go to say how dangerous this is. An 18-year-old boy died from a kick in the chest while taking part in a city-sponsored karate training class. Instead of depending upon physical strength, each virtuous woman should exercise great caution to avoid any situation that might expose her to the threat of rape. And she ought to fortify her mind with Watchtower publications.
The one thing this article lacks is male raping male, Watchtower. How do you explain that one? Oh, you didn't bother, did you? Because it's just as pervasive as male raping female, Watchtower. You idiots. You know what? I am sure glad that they don't have much of a writing department anymore.
Yeah. But whoever wrote this article should be ashamed of themselves.
No, they need a lobotomy is what they need. That whole organization needs a... Oh, wait a minute. You're getting that, aren't you, Watchtower? You're getting that lobotomy, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe that when womankind must share the blame.
So I have a special message to my mother. If and when you get raped, remember, it's your fault. It's your fault.
Because you were either out alone, or you were dressing immodestly,
or maybe you got a butch haircut now. They Watchtower, you women in Watchtower, you Jehovah Witness women. This is how your organization, this is how your God feels about you because they're using the faithful and discreet slave. Do you trust the faithful slave?
No.
No, hell no. I don't trust them idiots any further than I can throw them right now. But the problem is there's a whole slew of indoctrinated Jehovah Witness women in there. And guess what, Jehovah Witness women? It's not just worldly men raping you. Your brothers are doing it too. Your elders are doing it to you. I can't even tell you how many times I sat in a car with a circuit overseer where he was telling me how some brother seduced a sister. When will you Jehovah's Witness women in particular really start waking up and just start shaking your head at the bullshit that these men are throwing at you?
Yeah. Yeah, and saying it's your fault. So you mothers, like I said, if your little boy grows up and goes out and rapes somebody, well, wouldn't that apply then? If your little boy grows up and becomes a pedophile and rapes rapes little kids, then it's your fault.
It's your fault. That's who Watchtower's blaming.
There should be an outcry over, stuff like this. And I can see now why us advocates are on YouTube with articles just like this.
Get an article like this to a lawyer in court. Let them see the bullshit that Watchtower's writing. Let them see why they have to hide this crap. Let them see exactly what they've written in the past, because this is going to be their undoing.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget that. Continue to research. Continue to look for this crap. Because this is their undoing. That's why they want the Jehovah's Witnesses to get rid of all of this stuff. Burn! Burn the books! Burn all the books! Yeah, burn the evidence.
This is why. This is why. My goodness. So thank you, Zahara. I really appreciate, everything. We thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, because this was just infuriating. This was just, I'm speechless.
We are. You should be. Because it's your fault,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Yeah.
That's what Jehovah's telling everybody.
So if my kid goes out and kills somebody, I guess it's my fault.
It's your fault. Exactly. You really don't think that the faithful and discreet slave, that's the vicars for Christ, is going to take the blame for any of this, do you? Oh, no, 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 no. It doesn't matter what these knuckleheads write in these pages. It's always someone else's fault except for them. Just like the blood policy. It's not their fault.
So if a Jehovah's Witness abuses a child and the elders do nothing, they only privately reprove him and don't warn anybody, don't call the authorities, then I guess it's still his mother's fault?
Still his mother's fault. You're right. That's what this article is saying.
It's the elders' fault. It's
right.
The elders' fault for allowing this to keep going.
Yep, exactly. And the religion has to bear a tremendous amount of the blame because they sit inside their kingdom halls and they read from the Bible all of these things that the Israelites allegedly had done. And, killing all of the people that are dissenters. Oh, how dare you worship a female god? Kill them all. Just let God sort them out later.
Yeah. Now, if you go to like our YouTube main channel and click on videos, and in that little search box, put Samuel Hurd women.
Yep.
I believe it's still, I don't think there was a copyright against it, but it should still be up. Heck, there's many of this on YouTube, but his talk was called The Value of Theocratic Sisters, I believe.
What value?
Or you can even put Samuel Hurd and women, small brains, homosexuality, anything like that. And there's clips from several of his talks of when he does this kind of BS.
Yeah.
Of women have small brains and they're wanting the headship, then that means they're bordering on homosexuality. They're wanting control of the family, the household.
Nothing has changed with these people. Nothing.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and keep that research and those articles
Yes.
coming. We really, really
You bet.
appreciate it.
You bet. Bye.
Bye.